Hey folks, what a view behind me. I'm at Black Bull Markets headquarters here in Auckland, New Zealand. Speaking of views, you can get TradingView paid plans for free at Black Bull Markets, saving you up to $600 a year. Get either the Essential Plus or Premium plans absolutely free. All you need to do is trade from one lot a month at Black Bull Markets. And you can also get a 100% deposit bonus for your first deposit up to $1,000. All you need to do is click the Trading Nut link in the description below. Our sponsor Blue Guardian is the only prop firm that gives their traders a tool to protect them from hitting their max daily loss and over trading. It's super simple to use. Just set the Guardian Protector each day from your dashboard. Did you also know that they've just released an unlimited time evaluation with a 0 trading days requirement, giving you plenty of time to hit their low 8 and 4% targets, making it super fast to get funded. Plus, it's cheaper than the 40-day time limit evaluation. Check out the link and coupon in the description to get 10% off your next Blue Guardian evaluation.
What is good, everyone? Good morning, good afternoon, good day, good evening, depending on what time zone you're in. What is good? The last 24 hours have been insane. The last 24 hours have been absolutely insane. More 20 times safe and profitable than trading. Okay, that makes perfect sense. Anyway, so a lot has happened in the last 24 hours. I don't even know where to begin. Like, start with the dollar index. Fine. So last time we spoke, it was headed towards this purple box. And, you know, what I wanted, what I was hoping for, I think we're somewhere around here. Yeah. We're somewhere up here. And I was like, man, I really hope that we just break through this box. I really hope we don't consolidate. I really wasn't looking forward to us even bouncing off of it and going up. Since then, we've kind of just smashed this box. We haven't broken entirely through it, but, you know, just this move alone has been enough to send USD JPY and obviously gold, which is on a rip, flying, right? Now, before we actually even get started with gold, I honestly believe that the dollar is going to fall for some time, right? In fact, what my initial, analysis was that whatever it's going to do, whether it was going to bounce up or it's going to break right through, whatever it was going to do it for a while. At the time, though, gold had not done this. We were resting somewhere around here. And I said that if dollar index goes down, if the dollar depreciates, gold, Euro USD, Pound USD, anything that ends with USD is going to go flying. Obviously, what gold has done, I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting it to make an all-time high of all time ever. But that's exactly... Oh, let me just deal with this chucks. Perfect. It's gone. So I wasn't expecting gold, honestly, to make the high of all time, okay? Especially since this, we could call it as like, this was literally just a move to like destroy everyone's stop loss. And then it went the opposite direction, where I then found a trade, and then, it's been peachy ever since. Or it hasn't been peachy ever since. It was peachy while I was in this trade, and then this happened. This consolidation happened, and it was brutal. Resting here, I believe that gold was going to break out. I was actually calling for, I think, 26-1 and then obviously 20.95. But I repeat, I did not expect us to make new all-time highs of all time ever. And the crazy thing here is that I think it's going to keep on going. I think gold is going to keep on going. Anyway, I got most of my New Zealand, Canadian, Australian pairs incorrect. Brutal. This one here, hit stop loss minus 0.5%. AUD franc, stop loss minus 0.5%. After this beautiful trade that we got over here, this happens. Sad. Let me just unhighlight that. On the bright side, though, let me give you guys some good news, at least. This move that I've been waiting for a very, very long time, right? Remember when I highlighted this consolidation and I was like, man, we break out, close, any move back up, gonna take it. It's about to hit TP. So I've essentially made back with this one trade, I made back what I lost on the AUD franc and the AUD NZD. I'm going to make back what I lost on those two pairs on this, which is really the beauty of risk and reward, you know. But I won't lie, my ego was definitely very bruised last night. It was very bruised last night. Moving on, so that's USD JPY. TP over here. I still have this overall buy, by the way, on USD JPY. It's a very big trade. My stop is at break even. It's over here. So if we do hit it, I'm not going to lose anything, you know. The only thing that will be affected is, once again, my ego. But that's cool. So I have a stop on this long here. I was hoping that we're going to break out to the top side and then, you know, jump in another bullish trade, but this is the trade that I was dealt. Fortunately, I was able to catch it, and so far, so good. New Zealand CAD. This is finally in profits. Still has a very, 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 very long way to go. I'm hoping tomorrow, because it's NFP. Let me share this tab. Tomorrow is NFP. Got some Euro stuff today. I don't have any exposure on Euro. USD unemployment claims. We have Euro. Powell speaks later on today. And then tomorrow, it's NFP. CAD unemployment rates, and then USD non-farm payroll. That's coming out 3:30 tomorrow. My 3:30 at least. I'm hoping that will serve as the catalyst to get New Zealand CAD flying, honestly, to get New Zealand CAD flying, or I don't know, maybe to get us into this trade. This is the trade that I picked for this week. Doesn't look like we're going to get filled on it, and that's okay. But yeah, that's New Zealand CAD, AUD CAD. Oh, another bruiser right here. Now, this came so close to my TP, 10 pips away, reversed. I'd moved my stop to half risk. It looks like I'm going to hit it. Very sad, very sad. But I was also long on this trade on here. So I also was holding a long position on this. So I'll lose 0.5% here. No, I won't. I'll lose 0.25% here. And if this plays out well, I'll make 0.5%. So I'll come out of this ahead. So I'm not too hacked about this. The other two, though, woo, brutal. Absolutely brutal. Anyway, that's AUD CAD, AUD JPY. This has been ranging, as you guys can see. This looks like a flag. So I think I'm expecting a breakout to the bottom side soon. Bearish flag, consolidation, should see a breakout to the bottom side in the next coming days. So I'm not really concerned about that trade. Is there any pendings? USD franc. This, as much as the dollar index is moving somewhat, or USD JPY is moving, or even gold is moving, USD franc is not moving that much. And I have an entry for a short here. If we reach that, I will be entered shorts. Break of trend line. It's going to fall for a while. I believe it will, since remember this move over here, the rejection of this high. I've been calling for this bearishness. And we still haven't reached what could be considered the target for this pattern. which is down here. So I know that at least within the next 24 hours, I'm going to get filled on this. Whether I'm going to get filled and it's going to reject and go back up, I don't know. I hope not. But I suspect that I'm going to get filled and the price is going to pour. I'm searching for like 5 to 1 here. Like 5R at least. Or I'll probably take some off, but I'm looking for 5R on this. So that should put me, and should be easy to do that because, I mean, at least we're getting here. At least we're coming here. So it should be easy to achieve that, depending on what my stop loss is going to be. But that is what I am thinking right now, you know. That's what I'm thinking right now. By the way, on this, I'm already zero risk on this. So even if it does reverse, which I hope it doesn't, because I need this money to make back what I lost on those other 2 trades, I'm protected. My downside is protected. So yeah, that's how I'm positioned for NFP tomorrow. Essentially, I'm long on gold. I'm short on USD franc, USD CAD. Speaking of USD CAD, yeah, it hasn't really moved much either. Like, but yeah, I'm bearish on USD CAD, bearish on USD franc, bearish on USD JPY. I am bullish on gold. I am bullish on Euro USD, Pound USD. In anticipation to borrow. Yeah, this is definitely going to fall though. I believe this is going to fall, but we'll see. So that's how I'm positioned in time for NFP tomorrow. Hopefully it's beautiful. Hopefully it's beautiful. There'll be another live before, like around same time today. I'm going to do another live tomorrow because something could happen, you know, over the next couple of hours today because of all the news releases we have. But yeah, that's how I'm positioned right now. You know, the burning that I just got, the spanking that I just got from these AUD CAD pairs. I mean, I can't even take it personally because I mean, there's some trades that I got really right. There's, I think it was AUD franc. I got this trade right early this month, and that was a beautiful trade. So I can't really be pissed off. I can't also kick these currency pairs out of, you know, my watch list because sometimes they work. Sometimes they work really well. Here's New Zealand franc played out perfectly. So yeah, I'm just gonna take the L, keep it moving, and just be super thankful that I'm almost able to recoup what I lost on those 2 trades. And that is how the cookie crumbles. Whoa. Worst thing would be like for us to find support in here. Woo! I don't need that. I need us to keep going, but it would be surprising because NFP is tomorrow. So I'm hoping NFP is just going to push this lower. I do not need this to come up. It's the last thing I need. I need NFP to come in tomorrow, make the dollar bearish, and yeah, hopefully I can get filled on the USD franc trade. The really, really cool thing here is that if this USD franc trade works out, I will end this month, as terrible as this month is, as terrible as what happened with the whole prop firms and migration of accounts and all of that. If USD franc plays out in the way that I'm hoping and anticipating that it's going to play out, I'll end this month up 3%, 3 or 4%. So I love that. I love the fact that you can take 2, 3 losses and one win can kind of like make everything back. Yeah. Pound CAD, nothing interesting there. I'll take a look at that in a bit. Euro pound ranging really. GA, nothing interesting there. Pound NZD, just when I thought we were going to get an entry, finally it reverses. Oh well. Euro AUD, try to come to this, didn't. Back in this box over here. Oh well. AUD NZD we already went over. New Zealand franc we already went over. AUD franc we already went over. Next week I am going to be trading let's see. Let's go. Nothing on GA, Pound NZD, there's nothing on Pound NZD. Pound CAD. Next week we are trading Pound CAD. Let me just highlight that. Or in fact, let me do this. Highlight it like this. Leave the highlights on this. USD CAD. Obviously, this could change because of, depending on how much impact NFP has tomorrow. But it's looking like I'm going to trade GCAD, USD CAD. What's this? New Zealand franc. Cool. Wait a minute. USD franc, New Zealand CAD. There is no trade there. USD JPY. Nope. AUD franc. That was today. this week. Nothing here. Nothing there. And AUDJPY. These are the trades for next week, possible trades for next week. I wonder. I'm expecting a lot of volatility tomorrow on AUDJPY. Next week we have, I think we have a rates announcement on AUD next week. We don't. Okay, we don't. We have CPI. Okay, nothing. Japanese yen on Monday. Thank you. All right, let's look here. Okay. AUDJPY. Let's do this. Let's do this. Breakouts, retracement, and then something like that. That would be dope. That would be dope. Could be even a deeper retracement, and then it's cool. It's cool. This is only like next week's trades anyway. What's the other one? New Zealand franc. This would be funny. But the way this is like looking like, it wouldn't surprise me if it sells off. If it does that, we're gonna want to buy somewhere down here like that. They find support at some point. If it creates a new trend, something like this, and then a move up. Just an idea. Don't hold me to it. USD franc, USD CAD, trend. Yeah. I have a pending on this somewhere here. Anyway, and if he comes in tomorrow, push this price down more, we get filled maybe here, maybe just beyond this, and then we catch the move down. Like I said about USD franc, I believe that it's going to fall for a long time. So and then pound CAD. This one is a little bit more complex. Obviously, this relies very heavily on NFP tomorrow as well. But this is what I would be interested in doing. If we break up, I'll look for shorts and then come back down. If we break down, I'll be looking for a buy, and then we break up. And that is all she wrote. That is all she wrote. Last week was a decent week. This week was absolutely nonsense. Terrible week. Next week, hopefully, it's a much better week. Let's see here. After identifying your key zone on a higher time frame, do you just move to your entry time frame for trades? After identifying your key zones on a higher time frame, do you just move to your entry time frame for trades, or do you analyze the higher time frame structure and then move to your entry time frame? This is a good question, but I feel like there's like 3 questions in here. So I'm going to try to answer them one at a time. After identifying, this is the question I'm looking at. After identifying your key zone on the higher time frame, yes. So I agree with you there. I do identify my key zones on a higher time frame. Do you just move to your entry time frame for trades? Do you just move to your entry time frame for trades? I don't have an entry time frame. I can find trades pretty much on any time frame, but I stick to the higher time frames. So if it makes sense to me on the daily time frame, I'm going to take the trade on the daily. If it makes sense to me on the 4 hourly, I'll take it on the 4 hourly. If it makes sense on the hourly, I'll take it on the hourly. Now, one of the I would say a deciding factor is obviously the ranges for certain currency pairs are not the same. Pound yen's range is not the same as AUD NZD, right? AUD NZD can move 20 pips in a day. Like it can move in a range of 20 pips in an entire day. In a week, maybe 40. Pound yen will move like 40 pips in an hour. Pound NZD, pound CAD, those type of trades. So obviously, using a 20 pip stop on pound yen is not a good idea. And also, it wouldn't make sense to use a 200 pip stop on AUD NZD either. So there's that. But really, like, depending on the time frame that I'm looking at and where I see the opportunity. I know there's the whole thing about like I think it's called top-down analysis, where you come down the time frames and you look for a cleaner entry. I think it works for certain people. For me, no. I no. I've stopped trying to pick perfect entries. Sometimes I get them, and it's very it's very encouraging. Like AD Frank is a perfect example. This trade, this hardly went into drawdown. It was a perfect, what they call a sniper entry. But I didn't intend for it to be that. This stop was initially twice the size. It was like 46 pips. That's what the trade originally looked like when it got traded. And then when I reached a certain point, I halved my risk, which is what I do. So it might look like, oh my God, this guy called the market perfectly. It's not even like that. Like sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I don't care to keep trying to though. Okay. I'm working my way through this question. So, or do you analyze the higher time frame structure and then move to your entry time frame? Yeah, I think I just answered that. So, I don't have an entry time frame. I just have time frames that I look at, and I'm hoping to find the opportunity in those time frames. So, uh, one of the biggest reasons for the types of trades that I get into, and why sometimes I get into trades that, for the most part, just don't make sense. Sometimes I get into trades that even I don't even agree with. I'll use, this was a perfect example here. Like literally, if you watched yesterday's live, I spoke about how because of this bullish push here and because of this channel here, it was looking like it was going to break to the top side. AUD NZD is another example. If I go to the daily time frame, you'll see these candles where, and I think either on yesterday's live or the day before yesterday's live, I said that whenever you see these types of candles, there's a high chance that the price is going to break out to the top side. These rejection, and bullish candles, all of them are bullish. They're closing within the wicks. You're going to get a very bullish candle that's going to break through everything. So I mentioned this, yet I still stuck with the trade. And this brings me back to why. My trading decisions are not based on what's happening today or what's happening this week. My trading decisions are based on what has happened over the last 5 years. So I trade, very bravely. I trade very bravely, even when I'm not exactly sure about a trade, but I stick to my strategy. My strategy is very mechanical. It's very mechanical. It's accounted for everything, and it has the data to support all of my decisions. I do not want to trade on my intuition. I do not want to, depending on how I see it on a particular day, make a trading decision. So all of my decisions are based on years of data. Hence, every time I speak to you guys, you hear me flipping through something. It's a folder, right? And this thing here is worth more than anything to me. Everything I've compiled in there, with every currency pair that I've traded, I have it there. And so going back to AUD franc, when a trade plays out so perfectly like this, it's encouraging because it means that, okay, no, then the strategy works. You're not just crazy. Relying on the data actually works. USD JPY, this is a trade that the data that I have allowed me to take, and it's playing out flawlessly now. So I only want to make data-driven decisions. I do not want to trade because of how I feel like, and it's also something I would advise for each and every one of you. Do not trade with your emotions. Do not trade try and control and manage as much as you can manage within your strategy. Because you'll become very doubtful. After these two losses that I had, AUD, NZD, and I think it was AUD franc, two losses back to back. If you don't have the data to back up or to support your decision to trade this, you're going to feel like you need to go back to the drawing board. You're going to feel like, this doesn't work. Two losses back to back, I wouldn't have had the confidence to take the USD JPY trade. What if this is another loss, right? And USD JPY just so happens to be the trade that's going to get me out of that drawdown. So anyway, that's just, how I feel about my so-called strategy. Here's another one. This will be dope. This hits TP. That's like 2%. AUD CAD I think is like 1.5. No, it's like 1.1. But then I would have lost 0.5% on this, hopefully to make it back here and then some. Yeah. Any trades you think we should take? Like I said, like next 4 days, this is what I'm looking at. AUD JPY will break out to the bottom side. I will be looking for a second trade on this currency pair early next week. New Zealand franc, I suspect that it will find some resistance soon and then come back down. It's looking like a bearish flag to me. USD CAD, resting on this trend line. NFP tomorrow, this breaks out to the bottom. It's going to fall for a long time. For a very long time. USD franc as well, that's a trade that I have pending as well. I believe that breaks through this box, breaks through the trend line, enters me here, it's going to fall for some time. Hence, I'm looking for 5R on this. What is the last one? GCAD. I'm not exactly sure, but obviously, I mean, there'll be some correlation, but it's hard to say because pound CAD can either side with USD CAD or it can side with pound USD. It depends. So hence I have two possible scenarios. It breaks out to the top side, I'm going to short it. It breaks out to the bottom side, I'm going to buy it. Another example of a currency pair that just picks a direction, right? Like, look at this. It just picks a direction and keeps going. So whatever it's going to do, it's going to do it for some time. Okay, so yeah, that is that. That's pretty much everything in a nutshell. That's where I'm standing. Took two losses. Took two losses on AUD franc and AUD NZD. About to bank some money on USD JPY, make back the money I lost. AUD JPY looking like it's on the verge of breaking out to the bottom. AUD CAD about to stop me out for a minus 0.25% loss. However, this looks like it's going to hit TP. Crossing my fingers. New Zealand CAD, very, very, very long way to go. Wait, let me just go back to this. Okay, yeah, New Zealand CAD, very long way to go. If it does hit TP, a little way above that, I have another trade where I'd be trying to short it. Back down. USD JPY, USD franc pending, DXY. It's looking like NFP is going to be bearish tomorrow. It's looking like NFP is going to be bearish tomorrow. If NFP is bearish tomorrow, pound USD is going to fly. Oh, this is in the afternoon. This main refinancing rates is in the afternoon. So yeah, that's what I think. If NFP is bearish tomorrow, dollar crashes, pound USD, Euro USD, gold is going to fly. Which is crazy if you really like, if you really think about it. It's crazy. I don't know. Rejection, 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 rejection. It's just rallying. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. Like I don't know. I have no clue. The way it's looking like it, 2200, 2300 maybe. If it does come back down, it would be cool too. To there. This is bearish consolidation breakout. I'm going to throw this line here. We reach it, it'll be funny. All right, guys. All right. Rots. You're a cat. I don't think I even trade that. Do I trade that? I don't. Whew. Your cat is resting on the same trend line that pound cat is resting on. They're correlated. Mm. Yeah, anyway, so to answer your question, where is this EuroCAD? It's resting honestly on the same line that Pound CAD is resting on. So I can expect pretty much the same thing. Um, like I said with Pound CAD, if it were to break, I'd be looking for buys. If it were to continue, I'd be looking for sells. We have support here. We have resistance here. To buy from there or to sell from there. There isn't. I feel like trading it now. Just I mean, you could flip a coin, I guess. But we're resting on the trend line. Tomorrow's NFP. It just wouldn't make any sense because it could whipsaw you. You could be right and be wrong. Uh, what could happen tomorrow is that NFP comes in, price is extremely bullish, enters the opportunity, comes down, or NFP is extremely bearish, pushes it down, enters the position, goes back up. Any of those two things can happen, or it could just, you know, randomly pick a direction and fall. Um, I am anticipating bearishness on the dollar at least. Yeah. However, it's not too far from now. It's not too long from now. We'll know what time it is very soon. That is pretty much where I'm at. But I don't trade EuroCAD, by the way. Like it's not in my watch list. But that's just if it's like since it's so correlated to PoundCAD, that's just what I'm assuming. All right, guys, it's been real. It's been lit. Same time tomorrow. Same time, same place tomorrow. Do not breach your funded accounts. Do not blow your trading accounts. Take it easy. It's not easy right now. Believe me. I've been trading for like 8 years, and even I'm seeing flames. Yeah. So anyway, we will link up again tomorrow.